Okay, welcome back to part two. For the ones who don't know, I guess I got cut off on part one or the other video, so I decided to make it part one and make this one part two. Still learning, so second video ever. So now we mostly talked about the grant part in the first one. So on this one, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, I guess, more so the loan part. So what I was more so getting at is the loan part. I noticed that I know a few people that the SBA actually reached out and called and asked if they were still interested in the loan. I know on one individual they asked were they still interested in the loan because the person didn't respond. And he didn't respond because on the part when it asks to verify your identity and sometimes it asks closing documents, there's three boxes that come up. And the last box, when you press it, it didn't do anything. So they didn't, so obviously the SBA didn't know that for that individual. And so when the SBA called and asked, are they still interested in the loan part, then the individual told them that they tried to press on it and then it didn't take. So they actually sent out a link. They sent out a link as far as the technical part of things. And when they sent the link out, that individual was able to press on the link and then it took, and then everything went through, the money got deposited, everything was fine. So I know that was one instance, and another instance where another individual, the SBA reached out to him and asked was he still interested in the loan part. I noticed that it seems like to me, going back into my opinion, it seems to me as though obviously they say that they're broke because the funds are allocated to the people who actually can press the button and say, yes, I'll take the loan. So obviously there's so much money that's in the system, but it's allocated. And it seems to me as though they're actually reaching out to people to see if they still want to follow through on the loan. Don't quote me on this, but I think that you had like up to, I don't know, I don't remember, it might be 90 plus days, or like there's a large amount of time that you had to make the decision, but it seems like they're trying to rush people by calling them and asking them were they even actually even interested still in the loan. So that way, if a person says no, that they don't want it, and they're saying no to 25,000, and four people say no to 25,000, then basically that's $100,000 that goes back into the availability part. So yeah, that's one thing that I noticed that the SBA is doing as far as the loan parts. Again, everybody, I'm sure you're aware that the loan part is 3.75%. Basically, repayment is 30-year term. $5 on every $1,000 is a better way to look at it. So depending on what you're trying to do or what you need to do or what you want to do with the money, it's an individual decision that you have to make, whether it's needed or whether it's just wanted. So other than that, that's the loan part. But people are getting loans. I know people who actually got the loans. There are some people who I assisted with as far as some of the information, that they just didn't really actually understand, or they could have did, and I just made it easier for them, whatever the case. So it got done. So that's probably basically it. I spoke about the grant part. I spoke about the now the loan part, and probably that's basically it. I'll see what other details I can go into on the next video. Until I see you all the next time, thinkers.